You're holding a pug.
I am. He seems a little clingy.
He's clingy.
He's a little clingy.
Hey, buddy. Say hi to the camera. I don't want to. There.
Don't make
what's the best surprise you ever got? Because that's a nice little surprise. People would not know. And you have a pug in your lap. What's the greatest surprise do you think you ever got?
When you came home with a pug.
I remember that day. My greatest surprise, I don't even know. It's probably a present. It's probably, I can't even think. My greatest surprise.
Oh, I can think of one. I remember I was on a business trip, and then I remember I checked the bank account, and I was like, oh, that's weird. There's a lot of money gone. And then I came home, and you're like, surprise, I bought a boat.
There wasn't that much money. It was like a $800 boat. You thought I went on a bender? No, I know what my
didn't stress me out at all.
Greatest surprise was, I don't even know what birthday it was, but there was an NFL game. I was a couple years into my recovery, or a year into my sobriety, and I had a couple friends here to watch football. And then you were like, you made me go to my parents, and it was annoying because we just wanted to watch football and have wings. And you're like, no, my parents, no, it was football.
Playoffs.
No, it was 100% NFL.
In April? How much NFL is in April?
No, it wasn't NFL then.
I know my sports.
All right, fine. You're right.
I won that one.
Your memory came on top. But it was, and I remember
NHL
being annoyed,
playoffs.
and you dragged me, and I had to bring my two friends. And then when I opened up the door, there was, you know, like when you see those explosions happen, there's like this wave. I opened the door to that wave, and it went right through me of heat and shock. And there in front of me, I thought I was dead, but right in front of me was eras. There was
Tell me again how much you hated the fact that I threw you a surprise.
No, there was church people. There was old past people, like friends from high school. There was rehab people. There was family. It was a mass of confusion in my mind. But thank you so much for honoring me on my, what birthday was it?
34.
34? I'm 47. 34?
I know, and you're still not over it.
It wasn't your it wasn't 34. I was never that young. Why 34?
Because I remember thinking he'd never expect a surprise party for his 34th
The low
birthday.
light of the day.
Don't say it.
We didn't get to watch our game, but it was, you told people not to bring presents. So no one brought presents, as if they listened to you.
Loves presents. You're like a 5-year-old.
Like at least
still
gift
inside.
cards.
You're still like a 5-year-old inside.
I'm cracking our book. Well, good morning. Welcome to Morning Devos. I would love everybody to go to ashestorubies.com and look at our new store. I've been spending countless hours trying to get it ready. So we have all our clothing, our LifeLab. It's all there in one cool spot. So if you would like to join us for LifeLab, there's memberships there. If you would like a discount code, see me personally. Give me a message, and I will give you a discount code. But we would love for you to join us in that way, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
By store, what he really means is it's like a
giveaway center.
A giveaway center.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
You know,
that is what it should be.
Stuff.
Free giveaways. All right, we are January 13th. We are motoring through January. We just, in Ontario, we just got a timeout. We didn't even get a timeout. We didn't even get a curfew.
You know what my friend said?
We were like the bad kids, and we got grounded.
Yeah.
We're not allowed out of our house.
And my friend said, it's like I've been sent to my room, and like I'm not even allowed, like I can't see my friends. I can't play with my toys.
You just got to sit on your bed.
Just go sit on your bed.
Yeah. Man. It is what it is.
I think I'm pretty good at like resigning myself to things or circumstances or situations. And then part of me is like, am I acting codependently with the government right now?
I would never personally say that to you, but that's a great thought.
I just like, I'll just take it. You want to treat me badly? Like, I'll just take it.
Because one thing we don't do well is talk about this kind of thing. Government rules and regulations and what I should or should not be doing. Can I even go outside? You took all the keys to the cars. I can't even drive. No, you didn't do that. But yeah, I think that there are some rules and regulations that there's no option around it unless you want fines. But I believe we're not having parties. We're not hosting big events. And so to all of those people out there doing it.
Right now, a large event would be 5 people. So there are illegal families all over Ontario right now.
Cray.
Because they have more than 5 people.
I think that we just have to be careful and be respectful and do what we got to do and do our part and not be.
And can't even not do your part. I'm resigned to it. It is what it is, and my heart aches though because like even last night as we were all getting ready for bed and kind of joking around and us and Jordan and last night I just felt like really sad inside and I started to pray because I was thinking like there are homes that are not safe for people right now. There are homes where like people are being abused, where kids are not being fed properly, where women feel trapped, like anyway. And so I just prayed for those people that don't have safe homes.
There's probably a lot more than we would
to live in right now.
Speaking of getting ready for bed, oh man, last night we did our bedding and then we have a duvet with a duvet cover. There is a secret to getting your duvet in your duvet cover. Not to make light of what you're saying, I apologize.
I know.
But it's a Russian dude on YouTube that will teach you to roll up your duvet with the cover and then flip it right side out and boom. Amazing stuff.
We don't even have to watch this video anymore. We just know how to do it.
This YouTube stuff is fantastic. All right. January 13th, good feelings. When we talk about feelings in recovery, we often focus on the troublesome trio: pain, fear, and
resentment.
Anger. Very close. Yeah.
Is resentment anger's cousin?
I think sarcasm is angry,
sure.
Ugly uncle's cousin.
Yeah.
But there are other feelings available in the emotional realm: happiness, joy, peace, contentment, love, closeness, excitement. It's okay to let ourselves feel pleasurable feelings as well. We don't have to worry when we experience good feelings. We don't have to scare ourselves out of them. We don't have to sabotage our happiness. We do that sometimes to get to more familiar, less joyous terrain. It's okay to feel good. We don't have to analyze, judge, or justify. We don't have to bring ourselves down or let others bring us down by injecting negativity. We can let ourselves feel good. Prayer for today. Today, I will remind myself that it is my right to feel as good as I can. I have many moments of feeling good. I can find a balanced place of feeling content, peaceful, and good. Amen. May you find goodness and joy. I think like when I think of happy, like I don't know if happy matters because that's like circumstantial on the outside, but joy. I feel like an awesome emotion is joy. And no matter what's happening on the news or whatever, I can still have joy and peace, content. I think contentment. And I like what she said about closeness. Closeness is a feeling. I feel close. I think that's a good feeling. I want to feel close to you today.
Closeness is like the path to intimacy.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. You're like a psychotherapist.
No.
But I think so many times there can be an energy, a mood set, and we're doing well, and then all of a sudden there's a negative comment, or there's doubt, or there's like, and I'm yelling at the TV, and whatever it is, and it takes away from another person's emotions and joy as well. And so I don't want to be one today to steal somebody's positive or feel good emotions, which I can do. So I apologize if I've done that yesterday. Watching the news. I'm yelling at the TV a little bit.
Yeah.
I think in my addiction, I didn't feel. And part of my addictive behaviors was so that I didn't want to feel.
Yeah.
And so that became the feeling, is like numbness. And so when I got sober, I'm at a homeless shelter and I'm like, every day was like the best day of my life. I'm like, wow, they're going to teach me how to live. Oh my goodness, we get a class. Like I'm 34 years old, 33 years old, and I'm in like a rehab school and I'm like attached to a homeless shelter. And it's like, I'm going to go eat with the homeless people today. I'm not even going to cook today. And so that was an option at the treatment center. You could eat with the homeless people. And every day I loved doing that. And so, yeah, I think we get used to our emotions, but I don't want to feel that negative stuff and the numbing. I don't like that, because this is a new life where I get to feel awesome feelings. But yeah, you can't be high all the time either. What's your thoughts?
I don't know.
I don't want to be an Eeyore. When I come in the room, I don't want to be like, oh, life is so heavy and hard, and oh my goodness.
But then on the other side, I don't want people to feel like they have to be fake around me, or that they have to always be positive, or that they can't be sad, or that they can't be themselves. And so I think that, if you're frustrated with the news and you're frustrated with whatever, then you should be able to express that, once, maybe twice, like maybe a third time. But then we could change the channel.
We could change the channel.
And I think it's really important to recognize when things are not productive for me. I mean, I think I would have used the word triggering, but like, if it's not productive for me to sit and scroll on Facebook, then I think I need to not do it. Mm-hmm. And so, yesterday I spent a little bit of time checking in of like, what do these new regulations mean? If you hear weird breathing, there's a pug snoring on my lap.
I don't think I hear.
But what do they mean? Blah, blah, blah. And then I found like there's a couple of people that I know that write really helpful things. And so I looked at those specific people, and read what they had written about it, because I knew that they would. And then I thought, okay, I got to get off now. And instead I reached out to individuals that I was like, hey, how are you doing with all this? And I just,
I'm not getting trapped in
I can't get trapped into like a frustrating cycle of just like venting about it all the time, because for me, venting is not helpful, and venting has been my cycle. So I have vented, and like in what I thought was a really healthy, productive way. I thought that when I was like discussing with very specific people in what I felt was a very healthy, helpful way, productive way, I thought that it was all right, but actually I wasn't. It wasn't all right. I had like thought cycles that I would go through like over and over and over again. And I stayed trapped in those thought cycles for a really long time. And so I just don't think like other people. I just don't. I don't think like other people. Like I have a mind that goes to obsession, worry. My mind, it goes to like these dark places. And then that spins me right out, and I don't know where that's going to stop. And so if I start railing against these restrictions and railing against the pandemic and this, whatever, I don't know where that will stop, and I don't know what place that will bring me to. And so I can't do it. I can't gossip. I can't vent. I have to pray. That's what I have to do. I have to go to God.
Connecting to the Spirit of God, connecting to light, that's your source.
That's what I have to do. So when my mind starts to go off, like in those tangents, and I start getting into like my complaining, obsessive, gossip thinking, I have to just go to God. I have to just say, God, what do you have for me? What is the truth in this situation? Can you bring peace to my mind? Like, and I have to do that. I had to do that 10 times yesterday. Before they put out the announcement, after they put out the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday for me, it looked like listening to a book for a little while. It looked like sitting, holding a dog for a long time when I was supposed to be reading. I did my reading, but, and then I was going to journal, and then I was like, I don't know if that's the most helpful thing. I think I'm just going to sit here and hold a dog.
Lucky you. And this isn't eliminating people with like anxiety disorders and mental health issues and addiction issues, but there's this gap of like getting to the part where you're implementing the Spirit of God, where you're activating that, where you're actually not living out of your spirit. That's the process of recovery. And those are the promises of recovery, that we don't have to live in this dark cloud all the time.
Don't I want to live out of my spirit?
You want to live out of God's spirit. Because that's where joy and peace. My spirit is like this miserable, self-defeating, consuming, and that is transformed by the power of God. And so I need the power of God and not the power of John. I need God's power just to watch the news. I'm not mature enough to watch the news on my own.
I don't know that anybody has to watch the news.
You did it. That's true. You did a very good job at explaining that emotional.
And today at 12 o'clock Eastern, because today's Wednesday.
12 o'clock Eastern.
So if you're watching this on Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, I'm not going to try and do
We have an all addictions recovery group.
So we say all addictions, but really, so if you said that to me years ago, I would have said, well, that doesn't really apply to me. What addiction? I didn't have an addiction. So it's also for like the family. So family group. So Al-Anon, codependency.
But it's even like anybody with a husband or a wife that's using or whatever. Family. It's just a group that we can talk about recovery. So there's going to be a speaker 30 minutes on a topic. I think it is acceptance today. And then there'll be open share time. So join us.
And anyone can share and anyone can not share. People can just join silently and observe. Because a lot of people have never been to a meeting like that, a 12-step meeting.
Yeah.
And so that's
we're going to go.
Safe place to check it out.
All right. I will see you at noon, and we'll do lunch together on the Zoom.